Well, hello everybody. So yeah, I played through this game in Tajik, and then I know some people are trying to watch it and probably a little bit disappointed that they can't understand a darn thing I'm saying in those videos. So I said, what the heck? Let's play River City Ransom in English here. I enjoyed playing through it in Tajik so much. It's not a particularly long game, but it is very enjoyable. I played this game when I was a young man. Got it, I think, 1990 Christmas or maybe 1989 Christmas. One of those two, right? We can even name our dudes here. I was not really going to change the name, but they actually kind of make it. Okay, so Jim. That's my name. You knew that, right? And who gives a crap? I'm not playing two players. Whatever. So you're nobody. So nobody blinded you. Aha! For anybody who read the Greek mythology. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. In case you don't know, this game is a masterful combination of what's the name, fighting game, but also RPG elements. I mean, it's top notch, and it's such a light and breezy experience with the option for co-op. I put it up there with, I put it above like Little Ninja Brothers. Little Ninja Brothers is a great game, two-player con-op RPG, very rare, but it's a lot more involved. Whereas this is, you could beat this in a sitting. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. We can talk about it while I play. I'm gonna keep it on novice difficulty. All right, so here's the plot. I hold your city captive and Ryan's girlfriend hostage. With my gangs of students and evil bosses, nobody can stop me now. Meet my demands, or else. P.S. Alex and Ryan, if you interfere, you'll be in for the fight of your lives. Signed, Slick. Now, okay, the city's captive and Ryan's girlfriend. There's probably a lot more people captive than just Ryan's girlfriend, but I guess that's their primary objective is to do something to hurt Ryan, it's kind of a long way to go, taking like the school just to take a girl captive. I mean, certainly they could have taken her captive anywhere else and not involved the whole town. And then they're really concerned about Alex and Ryan intervening, but you would think that the police would be a bigger deal for them, since the police are armed and such. But anyway, and meet my demands or else. He doesn't specify his demands. So I failed to see how they could meet his demands. Yep. Yeah, I remember I hadn't heard about this game. Like most kids, they just got it at the time, right? And I was highly impressed with it. So right now we don't have any special techniques, so we're stuck just kind of kicking and punching, although I'm going to grab this wooden... Ow! I'll beat the crap out of you, turd. Yes, and you saw we can use him as a weapon, although there's nobody around to do it. So anyway, yeah, I mean this works kind of like a fighting, like your Final Fight or Double Dragon would have worked back in the day, just with cutesier characters. A little bit more primitive, obviously, than Final Fight, but more advanced than, say, the first Double Dragon, and especially with the elements here. Oh, there's no gang members here. We want to get in some fights here. Whoa! Whoa! So anyway, as you can see, it says whose gang is here. This is the generic dudes who, as it says, are very generic. All their names rhyme, which is kind of cute. They can't block when they have the trash can over their head, by the way. So it's often nice to let them pick up a trash can and then hit them, because they won't block any of your hits if they got a trash can over their head. You can also kick the trash can into them, which is kind of cool. God dang it. Well, that's 50 cents. So the generic dudes only pay out 50 cents, which makes them the chintziest gang in the game. But it's a lot more enjoyable fighting them than, say, the frat boys, who are a lot more aggressive and only get 55 cents. So now we can get a new technique. I'm gonna break tradition where I almost always get dragon feet in this game. I'm gonna get the hot hands. I'm gonna get the stone hands here. Acro Circus allows us a pretty cool jump kick, but I don't really find it to be worth it, to be honest with you. So we can read the book Stone Hands. It gives us a technique called Stone Hands. Pretty simple right there. It's a lot easier to get your punch up in this game, I think, than your kick, from what I've seen. But for some reason, I think we've all been predisposed to going for the kick, because in the Double Dragon games, your kick has longer reach, so that's generally what you'd use, to the exclusion of your punch. Whereas I don't think there's really a difference. I think there's probably about the same distance. I figured they would have made it cheaper if it were a less effective deal. But yeah, there's not that many places to improve your kick until a little bit later in the game, where you can buy. What I do is I just buy a bunch of fudgicles, which are 95 cents a piece. They're called fudge popsicles. They're called fudge. They're called fudge something, okay? And then I just buy a ton of them until my kick is just too sweet. But you can also buy boots, which improve your agility and your kicking power, which is kind of neat. But they take up an inventory slot, which, I don't know, if you're playing this game, at least on novice difficulty, I suppose, it's not really that big a deal. I don't think, anyway. Something I want to power up is my throwing ability eventually. But yeah, the cutesy graphics in here are pretty cool. I really think it's a nice kind of thing to make this game a lot less gritty, too, because you don't want it to be so darn, because that's not the idea here. I mean, obviously gang warfare in the middle of a city where a girl has been kidnapped and held hostage. That's pretty heavy stuff, so it's good they lightened it up a little bit to make it suitable for the kids, the children's. And it worked because my parent, I think my aunt and uncle bought me this game, which they bought me they bought me this game and they bought me Tecmo Super Bowl, which, wow, Tecmo Super Bowl. Between this and Tecmo Super Bowl, I got a lot of play in. They had a pretty good eye for video games, especially because they didn't ask for either one of these games, or either one of those games. Oh, here's the frag guys. The frag guys, they will frat you up, man. That doesn't make any sense because it's fratricide, which is not really what we're talking. Whoa, look at that! You like that? You can actually play baseball in this game, where you can have somebody throw a stick if you got two players, because you can hurt each other. And you got one player throw a stick, and then the other person try to. Oh, timing was off. You have the other person try to hit it, or get hit in the face with a rock or brass knuckles, which is the closest analog they have to baseball. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get to the first boss in this video, and then I'm gonna do some leveling up off camera. Not much, but a bit. I'm certainly going to want to get my energy up here. Also, another thing I'd like to mention about this game is I had a... Oh, crap, on a crutch, really? Wow, pretty fair-minded is Moose, because he could have roughed me up while I was standing in front of him. I like how he's like, "Stop, you're hurting me." Which I find kind of funny. If you die, you lose half your money. So let's try not to die here. Oh, there's nobody here. No problem. So yeah. So the RPG element of this game is when we get money, we can come not just buy new techniques, but of course buy food. And this food raises our statistics. And I used to have a calendar. I think I got it with Nintendo Power that had all the foods and their effects. But then I lost it, or maybe somebody stole it from me. You know what I mean? I don't think so though. Nah, actually, that's expensive. Let's go for the cheaper sushi. What do you think? Alright, let's try the squid. I don't like squid in real life. I like sushi, but I do not like sushi. Throw power, that's really not necessary. Because we'll get something that gives us a lot of throw power later on. Weapon, nah, it's also not necessary. Egg, I'm trying to look for something that gives me punch up. There we go. And we can just eat the crap out of these eggs for a bit. And they even give us a little bit of stamina, which I'll take. Like I said, later you have to wait a while in this game to actually get something that'll bring your kick up. There might be a couple of really expensive things in town that'll bring your kick up, but not too many of them around. And especially, yeah, in the early game it's not too easy. Later on, when you get to the second to last mall, that's your chance to raise your kick up to a ridiculous rate. But this is the first time I'm actually employing this strategy. I'm going to try to use stone hands to get through the whole game. That's not the only thing I'm going to use. Maybe I'll even buy Grand Slam, which is like stone hands, except you're holding a weapon. Alright, so anyway, I think that's probably enough. So I will see you in the next part of the game, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.